It's not a matter of if something's going to break or go wrong. It's really just a matter of when. There's a lot of competition. Obviously, it's a buyer's market, and sellers are essentially just chasing the market down. Oh my goodness. This thing's only been on the market for 2 weeks and they already had a price cut. Good morning and welcome back to another episode of the weekly deal analysis here in the Corner Barn. I am Chris Thompson, that bearded guy, the creative guy. Each and every week, I jump on here, pick a random house off the internet, analyze it for a cash deal and a creative deal. Let's get into it. On this week's episode, we are analyzing 2523 Meadow Lake Street in Springdale, Arkansas, 72764. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,321 square feet. Let's see what the pictures look like. Driveway looks a little beat up, but nothing scary. This paint color is not my cup of tea. I like these windows. It's a great way to add light into a space where obviously you want some privacy. Ceramic, carpet, big great room. Very plain. I don't know. To me, it kind of looks ugly. Fenced in yard. I'm not saying that gray is the answer for everything, but that color paint, it's ugly to me. I don't know. What are your thoughts? All right, so they've already had a price drop of 10,000. Oh my goodness. This thing's only been on the market for 2 weeks and they already had a price cut? What's going on here? Roof, gutters, water heater, HVAC are all updated in the last 6 years. That's a good thing. Tall ceilings. Convey as is, no warranty, so that means they're dying. Let's see, what did they pay for this thing? So Zillow's saying their price is a little high, but nothing crazy. So 285 there, 1554 for potential rents. Oh my goodness. I think they're just being greedy. So in 2010, they paid $85,000 for this thing. That's one, a long time ago, but two, still pretty incredible. So 15 years later, they tried to sell it for 300, which is a 250% increase. And within what? Yeah, 2 weeks, they've already dropped the price. So that just tells me that I know they started too high, but they had to try. Let's see. Property taxes are super cheap here. I like that. I mean, that's basically half a month's rent will cover the property tax. It's always a number that I try to factor in. As long as the property tax, the number I try to factor in is the property taxes being equal to or less than 1 month's rent. Let's see what is nearby homes. Until off market is our looks like they got a lot of competition here too. There's a lot of competition. Obviously, it's a buyer's market, and sellers are essentially just chasing the market down. I've been through one of those markets. It's not fun as a realtor or a seller for that matter. All right, all of this factored in. I still think our ARV is probably only going to be about 250. So take our notes. And I know I've been saying ARV a lot. That just means after repair value. It's going to be 250. And I want to figure out what my offer price is going to be. Oh, 250 times 70%, 175. 175 is going to be on my offer price. So let's take that over to the Invest Nest. Now we're on the Invest Nest, and this is the property search. One of the cool things I like about this, it's got like a built-in mini CRM. You can literally just drag and drop. So if I'm analyzing a deal to make it an offer, just drag and drop and it moves it all over there. If that offer doesn't go through and I move it up to my archived, all that information stays there. It doesn't get rid of it. So for whatever reason, if that deal can be resurrected, I just have to go back into my archive and pull up what my numbers were previously. And 2, 5, 2, 3. Meadow Lake Street. There we go. And this is saying the estimated value is 245. Gosh, I love when I'm right. But through the Invest Nest, you can skip trace. That is included in their pricing. Find out all kinds of details on the properties, a lot of their financing terms. Location, Washington County. That's going to come into play when we check HUD. Details. All right, let's calculate this thing. Built in 96. So it's definitely a newer home. We're going to give this dude a name. Our purchase price we said was going to be 175. We're going to be paying both sides of the closing costs. So I factor 4% for that. Our hard money or DSCR lender, 2 points. I'm going to pretend that there's no renovations just to see how the numbers play out before we dive too deep into that. Because the condition's not bad. I personally just don't like the paint color. 20% down. We want to spread that over 30 years. All right, so our potential rents, Zillow was saying 1554. I want to check HUD. Here's our one from last week. So drop down here. And we're still in Arkansas, but we're changing counties. Washington County. So for a 3-bedroom, they're offering the same. Generally with HUD, I knock about $200 a month off of this, but since our Zillow number and our HUD number are almost exact, we're going to call it $1550 for rent. After comparing Zillow and HUD, we came up with $1550. Property taxes are included on the single family. I think we're probably going to be closer to 125 a month. Management, 10%. Our tenant's going to be taking care of all of our utilities. Repair and reserve fund. I call it my war chest. Repairs and maintenance, vacancy, and CapEx. As we know, the washer and dryer, and I think they said the fridge were as is. So that tells me that they're old, and that's going to be a capital expenditure that we're going to have to output. I always keep a war chest. Try to leave it at that 15% because it's not a matter of if something's going to break or go wrong. It's really just a matter of when. When we go to get rid of this thing, we are investors and we don't pay full commission. Let's see what that number looks like. Only a $38 a month net profit. It doesn't get me excited. To spend almost $45,000, not doing it for me. A little over a 1% cash on cash. ROI is almost 12, which is good, but and if you follow the 1% rule, you're not quite there. So another thing I like about the InvestNest, it breaks all of these numbers down right here very simply and obviously easy to read. So our profit isn't much, but that we're still putting away $232 into that reserve fund. Now we'll do the fun part, analyzing the creative deal. This is my creative calculator. You can get it on my website, christhompsonteam.com. The links I've used for everything today will be down in the description below, including this. I got a bunch of free tools on there. I hope they're helpful for you. Use them, love them, and go close the deal. So our ARV, or after repair value, we said was 250. Our cash price was only 175, but I think we can try to squeak this thing by at 210. And we're only going to offer them a 2% interest rate. And to factor out our PITI, or principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, I'm going to jump over to bank rate. This is bank rate. Again, link in the description. Super simple calculator, literally just kind of plug and play. We said we were going to offer 210. We're not putting down 20%. I only want to offer them 5%. 2% interest rate. Our zip code is 72764. Our property tax is only, I really like these property tax. You call it 64. Wrong button. 64. Our insurance 125. So 947 covers all of our monthly expenses. 9447. And we said our potential rents were 1550. Gives us a gross cash flow of 600, war chest 232, manager 155, for a $215 a month net profit, net cash flow, profit, same thing. So I kind of like that number. This is a little bit higher and we haven't plugged anything in over here, but 215, it's starting to get me excited. We may have to adjust those numbers a little bit, maybe offer them 0%, raise the price up, offer them 0%. That's the beauty of creative. You just keep plugging and playing until the numbers fit and both parties agree. We said we were going to give them $5,000 down. And agent, this thing's still new on the market, so I think we'll have to give them like $2,000 just to get them out of the way. There is no assignment fees. Closing costs is going to be that 4% of the purchase price. Holding is 2 months of this PITI, 1 month to find a tenant for marketing, and 1 month to pay your agent. A good TC is going to cost you about $1,000. So all in, you're about $18,000, and it's a 7-year ROI. Not the greatest, not the worst. If you can keep kicking this rent price up month over month, year over year, you can start chipping away at this number a little bit. So pretty good creative deal, not a great cash deal. And that is a wrap for this episode of the weekly deal analysis here in the Corner Barn. What are your thoughts on this property? Is it a good cash deal? Is it a good creative deal? Did I completely mess it up? I'd love to hear your thoughts. And again, links for everything I've used today are in the description below. If you have questions, drop in the comments below and I'm happy to answer it for you. That does it here for us this week. I already said that. I am Chris Thompson, that bearded guy, the creative guy. We'll see you next week.